Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
The pregame show is brought to you by La Huerta Imports, family owned and operated since 1995. Visit lahuertaimports.com for more details. Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Powassan Sportsplex. We are here with the Powassan Voodoos games. They're hosting the Powassan Paper Kings tonight.
Espanola Paper Kings.
Espanola Paper Kings. I'm saying Powassan too much in this sentence here. So welcome to the La Huerta pregame show. We have special guests Courtney Kenny on with me right now.
I don't know if special and guest should be put in front of me at all.
I mean, tonight you're a guest on the show because you're not operating in any official capacity.
It's true. To be fair, if you go back and listen to that battalion game from last night, on top of all my excellent police jokes, I pushed my voice a little bit too far as I'm getting over a bit of a cold, and I have 3 games in the next 2 days to call.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let Matt Sukram, who does arguably a better job than I do, call the game here tonight.
There was conversation beforehand while you were over there helping them set up, and I was asked by a few different people, is Courtney doing announcing tonight? I hope not, because his voice is in rough shape, and tomorrow's going to be a long day here at the Sportsplex.
It's going to be a very long day, and we'll be welcoming Matt to the broadcast here momentarily once the game gets going here. But, Ben, why don't we go through the players to watch that you have set up for us here momentarily?
So we'll start with Espanola Paper Kings. They're players to watch.
Powassan Paper Kings.
Well, we'll go with them after.
Okay.
But the Espanola Paper Kings, we're going to be watching Lucas Signoretti, their leading point getter, 53 points in 28 games. That's a good little accomplishment that he has going for him there.
He has indeed, and also with these wonderful notes that general manager of the Voodoos, Chris Dawson, provides for us. As it got suspiciously quiet here at the Sportsplex.
It did.
He played 58 games last year with the Erie Otters, who will be visiting the North Bay Battalion next Thursday.
Yeah.
Bit of a big game.
With a special guest there as well.
Yeah, a very special guest. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very excited to see him back in the Bay. But yes, the Erie Otters, Signoretti spending some time with him there last year.
Yeah. So when they were here last time, he's looks really good on the ice because he's played at that higher level, right? Like He's got that ability to think at a faster speed. The same way when we see guys come back to the OHL from NHL camps, right?
Yeah.
And like Brandon Kolasher, you could just see he was thinking at a higher speed than the people around him.
You kind of see it too. I mean, I don't want to spend all this time talking about the battalion, but we could. You see it with guys like Ty Nelson this year, who's taking a huge step, or Kyle McDonald, who spent some time at the higher level. You know, although he missed a pretty good grade A chance there last night, but it is what it is. But
can't get them all.
No, you just see it with that level, and even. To an extent, a lot of the Sting players, like you saw Ethan Del Mastro, who just came back from the World Juniors.
Yeah.
He looked as good as we've ever seen him. Ben Gaudreau and net, too, for the Sting looked excellent as well.
He had a couple bobbles, but you can even tell when he bobbles it, he's thinking at a bit of a faster speed, so his recovery on those bobbles is higher than you'd expect a lot of OHL guys to be doing.
So our Voodoos player to watch as we get back onto the game on hand.
Yeah.
Number 11 in your programs. Not number 1 in Ben Sargent's hearts because he's always complaining about how he never scores when he's here, but we like him a lot, is Tucker Shields.
Yeah, he's been on quite a scoring streak, so I don't know. I think Ben's misremembering some events of games that he's been here for.
He's not scoring tonight because I'm here, apparently.
I also have
Matt Sukram, as you can kind of hear, is here.
You could hear him through my microphone standing beside me, but he's talking into his water bottle. MB said he cannot be part of the party.
Batman water bottle, to be fair.
I didn't want to bring that up to make everyone else out there jealous as we are watching him drink from it.
Yeah, it's Batman water bottle. Yeah. But with that being said,
Tucker Shields leading the scoring for the Powassan Voodoos. The Powassan Paper Kings, we're not sure who their leading scorer is.
Yeah, we don't have any players to watch for the Powassan Paper Kings in this one. Tucker Shields, 20 goals, 21 assists. He's 41 points with the Voodoos in 41 games. But Alex Little is technically the leading scorer on the Voodoos with 43 points in 39 games played. We also have some notes as well on Alex Little, as I'll bring it up here quickly. He had a 4-point night the other night, and he's only 5 points back of the defense record for points in the season by the Voodoos, and that's 48, held by Dayton Murray. So, and that was in the Voodoos championship year of 2016-17. That could very well come into play here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, when you're scoring at the rate that he's scoring at, you're looking great, right? Now, I heard he's committed to, or he's talking about going to schools talking to him.
I heard
I
that
can't remember who.
Who knows? Well, I guess we'll have to.
I'm sure there'll be someone interested in him for next year anyway. In Alex Little.
Either way, we will take you to O Canada here at the Powassan Sportsplex. So I'll be leaving. Matt Sukram will be joining, and it'll be Ben, and Matt to bring you through the rest of this one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly screaming, and the rockets' red glare is still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. Car ton bras sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
And we are back live. Or I guess we never went away being live, but our mics were off, and we were listening to a beautiful rendition of the national anthems of ours and our neighbors to the south. I would like to welcome in now to the broadcast, Matthew Sucrum.
Hi, everyone. It's Matt Sucrum with you here. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Should be a good one as the Powassan Voodoos get set to take on the Espanola Paper Kings, a rematch of the game that happened in Espanola just a couple of days ago, really. Chase Thompson scoring the game-winning goal in that one, and we'll see what else he has got in store for us tonight. But the story in between the pipes, you got Dan DiRoccolo taking on Jake Marois, and Dan DiRoccolo has really been solid in net so far this season for the Powassan Voodoos.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of his right from the first time I saw him. He had a little lull in there in the middle, but
yeah,
this game's underway. He's been really solid, and we hope to see more tonight of that.
Little dumps it down the ice right towards the glove of Marois, and it is stopped just 10 seconds into the game.
Yeah, and that brings us to our other goalie, Jack Marois, playing for the Espanola Paper Kings, and he seems to be getting the majority of their workload. But, yeah.
11-10 with a 3.37 goals against average and 892 save percentage for Marois. The puck comes out of the zone, and it's Wilkie who picks it up for Powassan in his own end. Sends it down the right wing side, but it's knocked away, and Espanola will chase. They inadvertently send it into their own end, and now they're playing in the corner. It's Guthrie behind the net, sends it around to the near side for Horgan. He gets it out to the neutral zone. Liatino's there for Powassan, and he sends it right towards Marois, who deflects it away and plays it back to Horgan. He sends a pass to the neutral zone, knocked off the puck, and it's off a skate into the zone briefly, but now Powassan brings it right back out. Liatino drops it off to the left side, back across to the right side. Getting to the puck quickly is O'Brien, and sends it on net, deflected into the slot, and it's a backhanded shot that is stopped by Marois, and the Voodoos very quickly putting the pressure on the netminder for this Paper Kings.
Yeah, that was a very solid backhand where a lot of times they'll be a little less direct, but it was directly into the glove, so he didn't have to do too much work to get the whistle.
Face-off won by Espanola, and they immediately put it off the glass and out of play. So another stop, no score yet. 18:59 remaining on the clock here in the first period.
Yeah, this is different than what we've used to see. We're usually seeing it go 5 minutes before the first face-off. We've had 3 already.
Play underway as it's shot in towards the Powassan zone. Sent down the ice. There's a shot on net and a big save by DiRoccolo, his first of the game. As he kicks out the pad, it's all to the far side. Back to the line. McDonald shoots it in wide of the net. Picked up behind the net by Little. Little skates it out to Smetham, and Smetham sends it through the neutral zone. Now Christopoulos has it for the Paper Kings. He sends it forward again, and it's dumped back into the Powassan end. Picked up by Wilkie. He plays it around to the near side. On the left wing board, skating out of the zone is Smetham. Through the neutral zone, up onto the stick, and in towards the net. The shot goes just high after it knocked off the shoulder of Marois. Now the chance from the line is stopped, and now a rebound chance from the slot is shot wide as well. Couple of big chances there for the Voodoos, but Marois up to the task so far. 18 minutes to go in the first period, no score. Powassan looking to bring the puck back out of the zone. Gazic down the ice for O'Brien, dumped in towards the Paper Kings end, and they turn it away and send it back the other side quickly. Powassan chasing into their own end, behind their own net, they hold it. Fullerton plays it around to near side. Lemke off the boards and sends it down the ice. Paper Kings sent it forward. Voodoos send it right back, but they send it in from their own blue line, and so that will be icing called with 17:34 to play.
Yeah, and that was a weird bounce there for having icing come out of it, but it's what we have, and we'll see if Powassan can keep going, getting the puck down the other way and putting some good pressure on Marois and hopefully get some more chances quickly here with 5-1 being the shots in Powassan's favor.
Shot on net wide, and Powassan pick up the puck and clear to the neutral zone. O'Brien coming in, the shot, it's saved by the goaltender Marois in behind the net to the far side boards and up to the blue line. Skating out of the zone are the Paper Kings all the way down the ice, but coming in on the back check are the Voodoos, and they're able to get the puck away. Sent to the far side boards. Back around behind the net. Now sent up ahead to Thompson. He had the game winner against Espanola the last time they met. He sends it in, and Marois makes a stick save. Sent to the far side of the Espanola zone. Now back behind the net. Espanola in control again, and they get it out to the neutral zone. Skating over the red line. They lost control of the puck. Now it's Leotino coming down the left wing. Leotino towards the net. Feathers it across the slot, but they cannot get on the other end of it. Looking to set up in a good spot there was Caden Long, but he just could not connect. Long in his own zone now. Gets it up to the red line, and it's deflected away by the Paper Kings. Back behind the net in the Powassan zone, Leotino in control. Trying to move it out of the area. Now he goes down the right side boards. He switches spots with Long. They turn it over. Shot comes in, and Duracolo makes a save. Picked up on the near side by Service. Down the left wing, he dumps it into the Espanola zone. Around on the far side boards, the puck gets knocked off the boards, and it's Espanola bringing it back out. Down the left wing side, Espanola still in control as they bring it in behind the net. Holding it back there. Guthrie plays it to the left side to Signoretti. Signoretti back to the near side to Guthrie, now in the corner. The former Erie Otters forward sends it down the point to McDonald, holding it at the line, and he almost turns it over. Just keeps it into the blue line and dumps it in, but nobody's in the area for Espanola, and now Powassan are able to clear. Hard play on the near side boards as Service takes a whack at it and dumps it into the Espanola zone. They now clear it all the way down the ice, and that will be icing called. 15:25 to go in the first period, no score.
Yeah, and so another note that we haven't gotten to so far in this game is that as an associate player, we have Caden Cowell joining from the Powassan, or from the North Bay Trappers, playing for the Espanola Paper Kings tonight. So he's playing against a couple guys that he may have already seen. Play is back underway and is up against the boards here. Rolls around, and Espanola dumps it towards the line but can't quite get it out.
Powassan take control of it. In behind the net, now into the far side corner. Back in behind the net. Puck goes around to the near side corner now. Still in control are the Voodoos. Played off the back of the net. Now out in front. There's a chance they made. Rebound. They score. It's Smetham on the goal. And the Voodoos are ahead 1-0.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Powassan got one tonight. They've been getting all sorts of chances. Marois hasn't been great on his rebound control either. So we've had a fair bit of looks like we could be getting some rebounds. So the fact that first one came in by a rebound has been not surprising.
So Reese Smetham picking up his 18th of the season for his 25th point of the year. And the Powassan Voodoos just buzzing around that net. Like you said, Ben, they make that possession count in the offensive zone. Lush coming in for the Voodoos, for the Paper Kings. And he gets turned aside. Sent down the ice into the Espanola zone, and it's Lush who will bring it out for the Paper Kings. He gets it over to Cowell. It's knocked off Cowell's stick and dumped right back into the Powassan zone. Back into the Espanola, and they put it on net, and it's a goal. That one somehow gets tucked under the pads of the goaltender, Marois, and it's the captain, Alex Little, who will get credit for that goal, and Alex Little continues to climb the defensive points record book for the Powassan Voodoo. He's now up to 44, just 4 back of the all-time record set by Dayton Murray in the 2016-17 season. That is his 13th goal of the year.
Yeah, and Espanola's taking a timeout now to regroup from those 2 quick goals that have happened. 2 goals and 9 shots. Coach isn't going to be happy over there.
Yeah, and I think for Jake Marois, I mean, he made some really nice saves at the beginning of this game. Beginning of the game. We're still only 6 minutes into it, but those first couple of rushes into the zone, he was up to the task. And then on the last 2, I feel like the defense really let him down on that first goal.
Yeah.
There was a couple times they had a chance to clear it. That second goal, though, that's one that Marois is going to want to have back.
Yeah, I didn't even fully see what happened. I was watching play, kind of something was happening off from the other side, and then the puck was in the net, and
just crashing the crease and
a little magic.
There you go. And it's Little with the puck again, sending it down the left wing for Stritchuluk. He dumps it in towards Smetham in the corner. Smetham and Stritchuluk still battling there. Stritchuluk tries to move it back to the blue line. He gets it there to Little. Little shot is blocked, though, and it's sent down the ice. Horgan now chasing it down the other way. Horgan battling Wilkie behind the net. It goes to the corner, back out in front. Turned aside by the goaltender, and the Voodoos will go back the other way. Down the right wing side, that is Stritchuluk. Leaves it at the boards. They try to play it back to Gazic. It's past his reach, and now it's Espanola the other way on a 3-on-1. The shot goes high of the net. Picked up in the neutral zone. Gazic skating 1-on-1 in the opposite end. His shot goes high off the shoulder and then bounced right back in front of the goaltender, Marois. Now it's Romalo going down the other way for the Paper Kings. He dumps it in. Sent back around on the near side boards. Lacroix looking to set that puck up in front. It's turned aside. Signoretti takes a hit, and the Voodoos send it down the other way. Now Lemke to the middle of O'Brien, and O'Brien got pushed off that puck with some speed coming in by the back-checking defender of the Paper Kings, but Powassan still in control. Leontino shot is stopped. The rebound comes to the near side, but they can't get a shot off. Gazic on it. Gazic knocked down by Lacroix. Still looking for control there. The puck is still loose. Everyone comes away from the area as the puck is shot to the far side boards. Dumped to the middle of the zone. That shot is blocked by Marois. Comes back to the blue line. Another shot comes in. That goes high. Now Leontino from the left side point. He fires it in. Picked up behind the net. Lemke's there. Lemke puts on the brakes. Turns, goes back behind the net. Centers it. It's off the pads. And then a chance in the near side circle. But that one's taken away by the Paper Kings. They get to the line, but they can't clear. The Paper Kings hemmed in their own zone for quite some time now. They still can't clear as the puck comes to the near side boards. Leontino's shot gets through, but it's a save made by Marois. Picked up on the near side with 11:50 to play. Everyone's trying to move the puck one way or the other, and the Paper Kings finally pick it up and send it down the ice, and that will be icing called against Espanola.
Yeah, if I'm on the Powassan bench, the one thing I'm saying is put that puck on net as much as you can. We're seeing an awful lot of weird rebounds. You've seen it kind of roll off of them in some weird ways. I think you're going to see some more goals out of the first one where you get a rebound and the puck's just there with an open net. We're going to see a couple more of those if Marois stays in for the rest of the game.
Face-off won by the Voodoos. Little from the point, shot in, and a save made by Marois. Again, these two teams met just a week ago. 5-4 win for Powassan on February 3rd in Espanola. Chase Thompson scoring the winning goal with less than 20 seconds on the clock in that game. But Espanola has played Powassan well this season. 3-2-1 are the records for either side. Identical head-to-head records to this point of the year. Another shot comes in, this time from the far side circle. It goes wide of the net, and now the play is on the near side boards. The Paper Kings get it out, coming down the ice. Lines towards the blue line. He gets knocked away from the puck. And now Powassan looking to go the other way. Service to the middle. Up ahead, over the blue line, to the left side. Patrick's shot comes in, that gets stopped. They try to clear again. Service blocks that clearing attempt. He carries it to the blue line. Service actually went over the blue line. He fires it back in, and a delayed offside arm goes up, but the Voodoos will retreat, and the Paper Kings move it through the neutral zone. From just behind the blue line, they dump it in, and now Powassan get it back forward. Chase Thompson coming in, down the left wing side. Thompson looking to play it to line. Now he carries it back towards the end boards. Gets knocked off the puck, and the Paper Kings have control. Lines gets it around to the far side and gets it out to the neutral zone, and it's dumped in. Chasing that one is Ricci. He'll get to it quickly for Powassan. He plays it to the right side boards, but now they overskate the puck and allows the Voodoos, check out the Paper Kings, to get control of it. Espanola to the line. Now back into the corner. In behind the net, Dan Odin plays it back to the near side corner. Walking down the half boards. The pass to the line is blocked by Long. And Long is trying to burst through. And on a breakaway, it takes 3 guys to finally take him out of the play. And there's going to be a penalty called whenever the Paper Kings touch it. Here they do. On the far side, it's going to be holding. You probably could have called one of 3 different things on that play. What an effort by Caden Long to draw that.
There was some holding, there was some hooking, there was a couple slashes on there. Might even been a little trip. You never really know when there's 3 guys on one. One thing to make mention of, though, that line, Caden Long and Chase Thompson playing wing together throughout most of this year, grew up playing together in North Bay. Long is from Callander. Chase Thompson is from the municipality of Powassan itself. And there was an article in Bay today about how he's having success on his hometown team, which you don't see a lot in junior hockey.
Courtney Kenny, our good buddy, writing that article up. And as Ben said, you can read it right now on Bay Today. Turnover. Here comes Signoretti down the ice. In on a breakaway. Makes a move, then gets stopped by Duracolo. Signoretti showing off some signature moves, but he lost control of the puck just at the end, and Duracolo held his fort down and didn't allow Signoretti to get the shot off. And now it's the Voodoos going the other way on the power play, their first of the game. They play it to the point. It's Wilkie to the right side. They lead 2-0, looking to add to it as Wilkie gets the puck back at the line again. Across the left side, back to the far side in the circle. That is Strichaluk holding on to it, going back below the circle. Leaves it in the corner. Now it's back up high to Wilkie. Across to the left side, Gazic to Strichaluk on the one-timer, and the shot is stopped. Check that was Smetham coming in on that one-time shot that Marois made the save on.
That was a beautiful play by Gazic across, and great connection by Smetham, but Marois did exactly what a goalie wants to do, get across, get those pads sealed to the ice so nothing can slip through.
The Powassan Voodoos come in with the 8th-ranked power play. There's a shot on net. Marois makes another save at just 19% so far this season. 36 power play goals for, 189 times they've had the power play, while Espanola come in with the 8th-ranked penalty kill. Well, we said these two teams have played each other pretty evenly this year.
Yep.
8th-ranked power play, 8th-ranked penalty kill. That's what we got on the ice right now. 8:45 to go as the puck is shot towards the net, and it's turned aside and sent down the ice. 2-0 lead for Powassan. They've got under a minute to play on their power play, and they're out shooting Espanola 16-2 to this point of the period. Shields has the puck. The team leader in goals. The player to watch tonight for the Powassan side. He sends it across to Ricci. Up to Lemke. Lemke makes a move, driving towards the net. Puts it in, and it's Marois who turns it aside. Back to the right side, Fullerton pinching in to keep the puck alive in the zone. Now it skips past him, and it's sent down the ice. Time is up on the penalty kill. And so we're back to 5-on-5 with 8 minutes to play in the period. In this 2-0 Powassan Voodoos lead. Powassan get the puck out of their own zone. Kelly lost it in the neutral zone, but they're going to call a high stick as the Paper Kings batted that puck down. And that's where we're going to take our break. 7:49 to go when we return. It's 2-0 Powassan.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Welcome back. Matthew Sucrum with you here alongside Ben Long. Ben, it's a 2-0 lead for Powassan. Both their goals coming 5-on-5. Weren't able to do much on that first power play opportunity.
Yeah. And we saw actually a really good chance by Signoretti, our player to watch. He may get watched by the Voodoos a little extra as well as he ran over Duracolo on that chance down the net, down on shorthanded. But he showed why he's one of their leading point getter so far by a significant margin.
Yeah, 53 points in just 28 games a season. And last year, he got into 58 games with the Erie Otters of the OHL. 3 goals and 5 assists for Signoretti at the higher level. So like you and Courtney were talking about, that experience has really paid off for Signoretti here in the NOJHL.
And for Espanola, he's almost double their next point getter.
That's right.
If you don't have that guy on your team, you got to think a lot of those games where you're winning 1 or 2 points, you're probably not winning without him.
That's right, and Espanola certainly need more of that as the year goes on. Espanola coming in 7th in overall in the league. As play gets back underway after the mid-period timeout. And that puck is shot towards Duracolo, and he'll hold on to it for stoppage and play.
And that's only his 3rd save on the evening, where they have 2 goals against the other team. They have 17 shots. The ice is pretty tilted out there.
Yeah, we said that, in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game, right? The Powassan Voodoos were just having their way with the puck and coming in and doing whatever they wanted in the offensive zone. Play underway inside the Powassan end. The Voodoos looking to get it out. It's chipped along the end boards to Liatino. Down the right wing side for Smetham, and he gets it up ahead to Shields. Tucker Shields up to Macmillan. Knocked off his stick, and it's just deflected in over the blue line. And on the delayed offside, the Paper Kings are able to get it all the way down the ice towards Signoretti. He takes a shot, that gets stopped. The rebound goes out to Horgan at the line. His shot is blocked as well. This line for the Voodoos taking a bit of a beating on the defensive side of the puck. Now they gain control, but they can't get it out. Here come the Paper Kings again. Signoretti right in front of the net to Lacroix. And a ridiculous save made by the goaltender Duracolo, who throws up the glove point blank and denies Lacroix.
Yeah, and Duracolo was left with 2 Espanola players on him alone because Liatino took a puck up high off Signoretti's shot and thought they had cleared the zone, so he was making his way off. But they kept it in right at the last second, and Duracolo comes through for them big on his 4th save of the night.
So some pushback here from the Paper Kings after that in-period break. They've already used their timeout as well. But they have played better since giving up the second goal to the Powassan Voodoos. Still looking for their first goal of the game, though. The puck goes around to the far side boards and cleared out to the neutral zone. Fired back in by the Paper Kings. Puck on the near side. It's flipped along the blue line and sent up ahead to O'Brien. He gets it to the middle. Dumped down into the Paper Kings zone and picked up behind the net by Lemke. He's shot towards the net, redirected towards the boards, and now played in the corner. Lemke throws a hit. He finds the puck, tries to send it in front to O'Brien, but it's knocked away and cleared out to the neutral zone. Chasing it down the ice is Fullerton for the Powassan Voodoos. He's got it with 5.5 to play in the first period. It's sent around to the near side. Now it's up ahead to Service. Service dumping it down the left wing, in behind the net. Now he's got control. Service takes a hit behind the net, and now Seguin ends up with a puck for the Paper Kings. Seguin dumps it in with his team trailing 2-0 here in the first period. Duracolo, the goaltender, leaves it for his defense to try to get rid of it. It's Fullerton behind his own net, looking down his right side boards. His pass goes nowhere, and then off that turnover, the shot came in, but the save is made by Duracolo. Now it goes to the near side boards. Powassan trying to get it out. Cowell keeps it in, plays it to the corner to Lush. The Paper Kings looking to make something happen here. It's back in the corner again. Now behind the net to Cowell. Cowell plays it to the far side corner to Lush. Moving down his left wing side. His pass out of the zone is blocked, and it goes up to the line, but the Paper Kings keep it in. Lush back towards the front of the net. Now in behind, wraparout chance, and Duracolo puts the left side pad down and keeps that puck out of the back of the net. Powassan on about their 4th attempt on this shift. Finally get the puck out, and that is a much-needed break for that line there. 4:15 to play in the first period. 2-0 lead for Powassan, and that will be icing called against the Paper Kings.
So that's a good break for Powassan there with an icing because they've had trouble getting the puck out of their end. This automatically does it for them. But for the last 5 minutes or so, we've seen it'll get to within a foot of the blue line. There'll be a little jumble of players, puck scoots back in, and another chance for Espanola. Duracolo's been solid back there the whole time.
Again, only making 7 saves so far as that one comes in, but you're right, it's just the zone pressure and the zone time that the Paper Kings are starting to rally around, and yeah, that's going to build confidence if you're saying these guys can't get the puck out of the zone right now. Let's just keep firing it. Face-off won by Espanola in their own end. They dump it down towards the Powassan side. It's around on the near side boards as Romalo sends it in towards the net. That's a save made. Rebound chance for Signoretti, and he buries it. Lucas Signoretti with his 28th goal of the season. He cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he's having quite a year, and I think he's, I think he's going to see some hockey beyond the NOJHL in his next couple of years. But a big thing that I wanted to mention earlier is not only does that pressure, give them confidence and, momentum going their direction, it also has the goalie down, stuck in his crouch. And that's just even if you're not moving at all, that just takes leg power so that when you have extended time of that, we have
penalty coming up here. Off the draw. Go ahead, finish.
So yeah, being down in that crouch position really takes your leg power away. And as we saw there, Signoretti came right across the front of the net, and Duracolo just wasn't able to push across fast enough to match him. And I would have to imagine a lot of that's from being down that crouch, his legs not getting that chance to recover.
The legs feel a little heavier, and you aren't able to move side to side as quickly. You're right. Yeah. So there it is, all that pressure paying off, and now it's the Espanola turn on the power play, their first of the game. And we'll see what they do with it here. Down by a goal with 3:35 to play. Puck inside the Powassan zone. This is Signoretti. Sends it in, and the glove save is made by the goaltender Duracolo. And now pushing and shoving going on right in front of the net. Christopoulos involved for the Paper Kings. Trying to see who it is for the Voodoos.
I think that's McMillan.
And that is McMillan, so he's being led away.
Both of them are going to the box. We'll see what the refs are calling here. Probably just 2 for roughing each.
And so this officiating staff isn't having any of it. And again, this is going to happen between a team that's seen each other 6 times already this season. This is their 7th meeting. They met just 7 days ago, so that's going to happen.
Now what are we... Since the players going to and from benches here, it looks like.
I think that's just some line shuffling going on there.
Oh, right. 4-on-3, not 5-on-4.
For a minute 42. That is a long time to only be out there with 3 guys if you're the Powassan Voodoos.
Yeah, it is.
3:25 to play on the clock. Puck behind the Powassan net. Fullerton's there, and he dumps it down the ice. Espanola come in with a 5th-ranked power play in the league. They're 38 for 186 at 20.4%, while the Powassan Voodoos come in with a 6th-ranked penalty kill at 82.8%. Puck back inside the Powassan zone. Signoretti at the line, fakes the shot, dishes it off to the left side. Espanola still in control in the zone to the right side. Signoretti rips one and it just goes wide on a great setup pass from Horgan. Spencer Horgan and Signoretti dishes it off to Lacroix. Coming in on the right side, puts it through the 5-hole of the goaltender Duracolo. And just like that, this game is tied at 2 with 2:44 to play. It's a power play marker for Lacroix.
Yeah, and it's another scenario where Duracolo was just hung out to dry by the defenseman. He was given free space to walk in to the lower circle area and just fire at will. And as a goalie, maybe you'd like to have that one, but you can't blame a goalie for missing a shot from that close in.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Duracolo to give up to Benjamin Lacroix,
who is not showing up on our score sheet.
That is his 9th goal of the season. And he's got a goal and an assist already tonight. Signoretti with a goal and an assist as well for Espanola. So good night so far for the top line of the Paper Kings there. Now it's Romalo coming down the right wing side, takes a shot, and that was deflected away by Duracolo. Remember, it's 4-on-4 now for the next 45 seconds. 2-2 the score with 2:15 to play. O'Brien to Gazic. Over to the right wing side, back in the middle of the zone, but Lemke overskates the puck, and it's out to the neutral zone. Leotino to the right side boards. Romalo gets it in front to Lush. His shot is stopped by Duracolo. And now, all of a sudden, if you're the Voodoos, you have been out shooting the Paper Kings 17-3. It's now 18-12 in shots.
Yeah.
And the game is all tied at 2.
It's been a big turnaround since that mid-period break.
I think it was the timeout, too, that they called right after the goal.
We saw a little bit continue after that, but yes, at least the mid-period break or the timeout, it's been all the other way.
20 seconds to go in the offsetting roughing minors to
McLean and
McLean. Yes, McLean.
McLean and Christopoulos.
Down the other way. Here comes a shot towards the Voodoos net. Thompson missed it wide, but now his pass goes to Long. Long trying to dangle around a couple of guys. Now Thompson absolutely collides with Signoretti, and both men go to the ice, and now the puck is cleared. Actually hits a player on the Espanola bench, so that will bring the play down with 1:23 to go. 2-2 the score.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what's going on out there. It could have to do with the fact that the arena's less than optimally insulated, but there's some weird bouncing, so I don't know if this jump in temperature that we've seen the last couple days is affecting the ice level out there.
Playback underway as the Paper Kings dump it in, and that will be icing called against Espanola there.
So just in looking at the stats of the Paper Kings, we have a really severe drop-off. We have Signoretti, we have Lush. Lacroix seems to be playing really well tonight, but I don't have his total numbers to say what his overall stats are. We have Lush, we have Romolo, we have Horgan. After that, we're at 25 points is kind of the next highest. Where the Voodoos, we have a lot more guys in that 30 to 40 point range.
Yeah, Benjamin Lacroix, 21 points on the season for him after he recorded both a goal and an assist already tonight. So 9 goals and 12 assists for him now.
And that's in 35 games, so that's most of the season. He hasn't missed significant portions at least.
Reese Smetham opened the scoring at 5:07. Alex Little scored less than a minute later at 5:53, his 13th of the year. And then at 16:04 and then at 17:16, the Espanola Paper Kings answered the call. Signoretti with number 28, Lacroix with number 10 on the season. And that is another icing called against the Powassan Voodoos with 47.2 seconds remaining here in the first period.
And again, as mentioned earlier, we do have a lot of local talent on the ice here from the North Bay area playing. Caden Cowell out there for what looks like his second shift of the period.
Face-off won by the Paper Kings. They're trying to control the puck on the far side boards. They lost control, and now it's Service going the other way for the Voodoos. Service lost the puck at the blue line, and it's sent back to the neutral zone. Little will try for Powassan. He sends it up to the line, and it's taken away by the Paper Kings, and they will dump it down the ice through the neutral zone. They bring it into the Powassan end, but quickly taken away by Service. He sends it down the right side boards, and it's chipped out ahead to the neutral zone. Trying to push it ahead is Macmillan. Macmillan down the left wing, going into the corner, being held on the boards. Macmillan still being held there with 5 seconds to go in the period. The officials look like they're just going to let the time run down, and that'll be the end of period number one. An entertaining period that was all Voodoos at the beginning, then Espanola answered back, and it's 2-2 after 20 minutes.
Yeah, goals in bunches is the way it's going tonight, so excited to see who comes up next and decides they want to take the torch and go the other way.
He's Ben Long. I'm Matthew Sugrum. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. We'll be back for the second period in about 15 minutes.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family. I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And welcome back to the Average Joe's Frontline broadcast. We have some exciting stuff. It's a busy weekend here for us. Not only is there the Super Bowl that everyone loves, we have a couple games here tomorrow in the Powassan Sportsplex, and then we have a battalion game on Sunday. And the puck's about to drop here for period 2 of the Voodoos versus the Paper Kings.
It's 2-2. Smetham and Little scoring for the Voodoos. Signoretti and Lacroix scoring for the Paper Kings. And we'll see what this period has in store. It's Stritchaluk on the near side boards. Lost the puck at his own blue line. Signoretti coming in for the Paper Kings, tries to center it, but the puck taken away by the Voodoos. They turn it right back over, but it redirects towards the goaltender Durocolo. And an uneasy opening 22 seconds there for the Powassan Voodoos.
Yeah, that blue line trouble that they had in the first period's continued over, so hopefully they can get that shooken a little bit, but Durocolo said, nope, let's slow this right down. We'll have a little face-off here and see if we can get it out.
One of the goal scorers, Lucas Signoretti for the Espanola Paper Kings, now has 7 goals in his last 4 contests, and he has been on fire in the last couple of weekends. Out of the zone, the puck is controlled by O'Brien. He dumps it down into the Paper King zone. It goes all the way around the boards, and it's cleared down the ice. Picked up by Liatino. He knocks it off the boards, and it's picked up there by Gazic. Gazic cross-zone pass to O'Brien. He tips it, deflects it towards the goaltender, but it's Marois who holds onto it to make the stoppage in play. 19:10 remaining in the second period. 2 to the score. And what have you thought of Marois so far? He made some difficult saves early on, gave up the 2 goals, and then really hasn't had a whole lot of work since then.
He's looked like he's been struggling with rebounds a little bit, but he's making those saves. So he's having good technique, but he's just getting some weird bounces off of him, I think, and I'm not entirely sure where to attribute that.
Puck cleared out of the zone by the Paper Kings off the draw, and they've got it now in the neutral zone. Down the right wing, it's Lacroix coming in, takes a shot, and it's deflected away by Durocolo. Picked up by Fullerton. Down the left wing side. And skating out of the zone and dumping it down the ice are the Voodoos. Playing behind the net. Long trying to find the puck. It's flipped to the far side boards. Another couple of hard checks in that area. Now it goes back in the corner. Now shoveled along the boards. And the Paper Kings get it out down the ice. Chasing it is Lacroix. Lacroix gets to the puck behind the goal line. Now he carries it back to the right side boards. Sends it to the corner. Now up high in the zone. The shot comes in. It's up high off the glass and banks in off the glass right towards the goaltender, Durocolo, and he holds on to it for a stoppage in play.
Yeah, and for Lacroix's numbers that he's showing for the whole year, I'm not sure whether he's just taken a really big step forward recently, but he is all over the puck everywhere tonight. I'm sure there's a little benefit from playing with Signoretti in his numbers, but
yeah,
he's been all over tonight. He's flying out there.
Face-off won by the Voodoos. Down the ice, it's McMillan getting to the puck. Sends it to the left side. The shot comes in from Patrick, and it's stopped by the goaltender, Marois. That's a big save for him to make early on in this second period. 18 minutes ago, score remains at 2-2. In the neutral zone, it's Service coming back in on the right wing side. Drops it back to McMillan. McMillan driving, puts it on net, and that one's sent away. Now back out in front. The shot gets broken up in front of the net. The puck goes down to the point, in towards the corner now. Patrick is there for the Voodoos, battling Seguin in that corner. The official saying move the puck along here. And it's finally kicked towards the net, but it goes around behind the net and cleared down the ice by the Paper Kings. And icing gets avoided because it bounced off the end boards and went right towards Durocolo. So he turns it away, and now the Voodoos have control. They get it out of the zone. Carried out by McLean. He will turn back. McLean now behind the net. Going through the neutral zone. Sends it down the left wing, and it's dumped in by Powassan. Played in the near side corner. In behind the net. Stritchaluk hauled down back there. No call coming as he sends it back to the near side corner. Still moving down the near side. Stritchaluk shot, but his His shot sends the stick of Gordon out of his hands, and the puck gets sent out to the neutral zone anyway. Dump right back down. Smetham has it behind the net. Smetham centers it. There's a chance on net. The backhanded shot just goes high. And I don't know if the Powassan Voodoos realized they had two guys all alone in front of the net there, but they tried to hurry that shot, and the Paper Kings were still in the middle, getting back into the zone. Puck cleared down the ice with 16:20 to play. Back the other way into the Paper Kings end. Powassan puts it on net, and a save is made by the goaltender Marois. Limbs flying everywhere to stop that puck. Here comes Powassan again, turned over at the blue line. Down the ice are the Paper Kings, over the line. Played to the line, and now that gets stopped. 2-on-2 the other way. On the far side, it is Gazic. Cuts to the right side, plays it in the corner for Lemke. He gets knocked down. The puck comes around the near side boards, and it's past the stick of Wilkie, and he'll chase it down the ice. 15:40 to play, 2-2 the score. Now Gazic takes the puck, but it's deflected off his stick and over the glass and out of play with 15:34 to go in the second period.
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed tonight, and I'm not sure if there's anything to it or if it's just been a coincidence, Alex Little seems to be stick handling the puck a lot less than I'm used to seeing. He seems to be really quick to move the puck off his stick. I don't know if it's a skating issue, a confidence issue, or just the way the plays have shaken out tonight. But I think that's something that I'm going to be paying attention to, see if he keeps up with more or less puck control.
Playback underway. Inside the Powassan zone, the Paper Kings trying to answer back here and trying to get their first lead of the evening. On the right side boards, the puck comes out to the middle of the zone. Played to the right side of the net, and then it comes through the slot, but then steered away to the near side point. Walton plays it in towards Signoretti. Skating down the left side, now to the middle. Signoretti plays it down low. The shot comes in, and that goes behind the net. Sent back to the point to Walton on the left side, across to the right side circle. Shot comes in, that one goes wide of the net. And here we go again. It's that Espanola pressure in the offensive zone. To the line, Romalo's shot goes wide. Off the end boards, backhanded towards the slot. That one goes wide. It's Lacroix on it. Into the middle. The play is broken up, and Alex Little gets it out, and Alex Little throws a hit on Lacroix. Now it's Chase Thompson going in. Thompson on the breakaway. Scores! They were chasing him in the zone, but he had too much speed, and Chase Thompson gives the Voodoos a 3-2 lead.
That was a beautiful goal for the hometown kid. As you were going there, I thought you were going to have a little wordplay in there about chasing Chase, but yeah. Got the goalie just to open up a little bit and fed it through his 5-hole, and that's, I mean, as a goalie, you hate those ones. But as a spectator, you can't necessarily hold that against the goalie, because either he moves his legs and follows the play across, or he doesn't move his legs and gets beat that way. So it's almost a no-win scenario.
Chase Thompson is on quite a roll in his last couple of games. Like we said, he scored the game winner against the Espanola Paper Kings the last time they met just a week ago. And for Chase Thompson, that's his 11th goal of the season. Remember, he had just 3 points in 13 games with French River before the trade earlier this year. And that's 3 straight games with a goal for Chase Thompson now. And he's only been held off the score sheet once in his last 7 games, including tonight.
That's a good little streak going for him.
That puck is shot in towards the Voodoos net, and it's gloved by DeRoccolo. So again, the Voodoos scoring in the earlier stages of the period, but it came off a long stint where they played they were hemmed in their own zone by the Paper Kings.
And it was a good quick rush, but it wasn't sustained pressure, and that's not a good sign.
13:45 to go in the period. Powassan ahead, 3-2. Down the point. Shot comes in, just goes wide off the side of the net. Picked up on the near side, in the corner. Sent down the point. Pethick coming in. There's a shot. and the save is made by the goaltender Dyracula once again, and that's up to 19 now. Remember, when there was about halfway through the first period, they only had 3 shots on net.
Yeah.
So.
Now, just a quick note on that, Dyracula made a really nice save there. He's really good at positioning and getting his body in the right spot, so he doesn't have to make a big fancy save. He's just right there and smothers it.
Play underway as Powassan look to get the puck out of the zone. In the neutral zone, Smetham brings it forward. He's got Strichalook with him. Strichalook down the right side, feeds it in front, but just out of the reach of Smetham. Played on the half boards on the far side. Now back to the corner and then kicked off a body out to the neutral zone. Powassan dumps it right back in with 13 minutes to play in the period. They've got the 3-2 lead. It's their second lead of the night. It's the Paper Kings who have control of it, though, and they send it down the ice. Lines comes in, drops it back. They fan on the first shot, and then the second shot is blocked by the defense in front of the net. Back in behind the net. Lines is there again for the Paper Kings. He carries the puck, sends it to the point to Walton. Walton's pass down the boards is blocked, and Gazic gets out of the zone with it. He passes to O'Brien. O'Brien across to the left side. Back in front of the net, deflected. In behind the goaltender. Marois has it. Gazic is knocked down. The whistle goes. There's a Paper Kings player on the far side that's knocked down as well. And with 12:32 to play in the second period, the Voodoos have a 3-2 lead, but it got rough at the end of that play.
Yeah, and the Espanola Paper King is going off under his own strength, but he is not looking in good shape right now, and the trainer's out to meet him halfway.
And that is Lines.
I didn't see
Jack
what happened,
Lines.
but even
Yeah,
the
neither did
Voodoo
I.
player was over, looked to try and give him a hand up before he got up.
And he is being helped to the dressing room, so we'll keep an eye on him. 12:32 to play in the second period. And the Voodoos almost got a goal on that play, though. That, I think, is the hidden part, is Marois was out of position a little bit and almost gave it up behind his back.
Now, Powassan got lucky on that play as well. That could have had a too many men call easily there, too.
I saw that, yeah. They jumped onto the ice and into the play.
Yeah.
There's a shot on net, gloved down by Marois, but I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes the officials will let it go if that last guy back is clearly not affecting the play, but
it was, he stepped on the ice, and as the other guy was stepping off, he received the pass.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was one of those, he wasn't right off the ice. He could have called that. The fans here wouldn't have liked it, but it would have been a justified call.
And this is the portion of the game where you could jump off the bench and into the offensive zone.
Yeah, literally in this arena.
Yeah. Play underway as the Paper Kings look to get it out of their zone. It's sent to the point. Powassan keeps it in. Shot to the near side, now to the middle. Dish shot to the near side corner, behind the net to O'Brien. O'Brien looks to center it. That one got blocked, and the Paper Kings clear. But it's the Voodoos out of control. They drop back all the way to their own zone. And now they play it ahead. They can't complete a pass as Signoretti fires it right back into the Voodoos end. Powassan picks it up quickly, and they will get it out. Little down the left wing for Gazic, over the blue line towards the front of the net. That one stopped. Gazic gets the puck back, sends it behind the net. Back up to the line. That is Leotino. His shot comes in, and that save is made by the goaltender Marois. And man, there are Espanola players just diving all over the ice, whether they're trying to block shots or taking hits or what.
I think that one was he collided with a Voodoos player and fell, and that was one of those dangerous situations where he was falling towards a shot being taken. And that's never a good scenario because there's more danger. There's less covered areas than there are covered areas.
Speaking of danger with the Mission Impossible theme, Voodoos win the draw. Played back to line, now into the corner. That is Long. He lost the puck, and it's carried out by Bridgman of the Voodoo Paper Kings. He sends it down the right wing side and in behind the net. Couple of players attacking here. Still in behind the Voodoo's net. Powassan defense are able to come away with the puck, and it's carried down the left wing side in the corner. It's picked up there by the Paper Kings, and they are able to clear. It's Bridgman coming down the left wing, sends it on net, and that's wide. Picked up by Thompson on the far side. Sends it across the blue line to Long. Long skates it back in front of the net. Plays it to the far side. Now back in front of the net to McLean. McLean, one of the newcomers to this team for the Powassan Voodoos. He sends it out.
Also played at a higher level.
Flint Firebirds, formerly with the Flint Firebirds, as the puck is shot towards the goaltender, and he'll hold on to it for a stoppage of play. 10.5 to go in period number 2. It's a 3-2 Powassan lead.
Now, I want to make a quick note. We talked about earlier about you could jump off the bench into the offensive zone. We have short benches here, and that's a little pain when you're on it. I know from growing up playing on these benches that it's tough to squeeze in there and get a view all the time. But the other thing that it does do is it keeps you onside when you step off the bench. You're not coming in offside.
That's right. Patrick, speaking of, goes offside there. I think it also keeps you a little more game ready. We've seen players on both sides rarely taking a seat. When they're coming off the ice, right off the shift, they're sitting down. But within the next 15 to 30 seconds, they are up and they are raring to go here.
Yeah, and that has to do with board height. When you're playing at Memorial Gardens, you can sit and see over the boards. You don't have that same view here, so you have to stand if you want to be active seeing. I'll stop talking now, though.
It's at the line. Puck shot in by Ricci, and it's into the glove of Marois. 10:02 to play in this second period. 3-2 lead for Powassan. Shots are now 26-20 in favor of the Voodoos.
Yeah, and 2 seconds short of our mid-period break here. So it could be another 5 or 10 minutes before we get to that, depending on how face-offs tend to go in this league.
That's it. Face-off will be to the blocker's side of Marois. And it's won by the Voodoos. Sent down to the point. Shot comes in. Big save made. The rebound in the circle. Shot comes in, and it goes wide of the net. Picked up on the near side boards. It's cleared out. Stritchuluk gets it back quickly for Powassan. Bringing it down the right wing side. It's Shields who dumps it in. Shields gets held on the boards, but the puck ends up to Stritchuluk. Centers it. The one-timer from Smetham is just wide. Picked up behind the net again. That is Shields. Plays it behind the net to Smetham. Smetham gets hauled down. He brings the player down with him, and there's a penalty being called, and it looks like it will go against the Voodoos.
So as we go, we will not have our break here because it's a penalty call, and they do not have them on penalty calls. We don't get them on icings or goals, and I think there might be another thing that's excluded as well. So yeah, we could be in for a little while before that break here.
I'm trying to think of what the other one is. I think you're right, though. I think there are 4 reasons why you wouldn't go on the stoppage. But anyway, the Voodoos on their second penalty kill of the night. Well, technically their third, actually. They took back-to-back penalties in that second period, and the Paper Kings ended up scoring on the 4-on-3 power play that they had. 9 minutes to play as the Voodoos get it cleared. Espanola brings it right back in. Signoretti trying to drive down the middle. Twisting, turning, gets in front of the net. Pass to the right side is stopped. What a save by Dracolo, and he finds the rebound as well.
Dracolo saves the day as Signoretti basically takes on 4 Voodoos and then passes the puck out to 2 guys standing all by themselves in front of Dracolo. And he just made a couple saves, had some rebounds pop out, puck goes up, grabs it with the glove, and calls it a whistle.
Yeah, you're right about Signoretti. I mean, he bumped into a guy, spun off a guy. That was wild to watch there. Play back underway as the Paper Kings control. They put it on that, save made, rebound in the slot, and that's cleared away. Out to the neutral zone, Romalo has it. He'll drop it all the way back behind his own net, and they almost turn it over in front of the net. Liam Service was looking for an opportunity there shorthanded. He scored a shorthanded goal in the last game we did here a few weeks ago. Walton has it at the line. Across to the right side to Romalo. Back down low. Now up high to Romalo. Holding it. Plays it on the half boards. Now comes back to the top to Romalo. Sending it to the right side. That one stopped and cleared down the ice. Yeah, that was in that 5-2 win against French River that Liam Service had the hat trick. Now it's Signoretti coming in.
The line's
and
offside
he
there.
goes offside with just 10 seconds remaining on the power play.
So it's good to see Lions back out there not hurt. Whatever was the injury there wasn't too serious. But the one thing that we see, though, is Powassan often gets more chances shorthanded than they do with the main advantage.
Well, they lead the league in that category, don't they?
Yeah, and service is a big part of that.
Signoretti driving down the right wing side over the blue line, stopped, sends it to the middle. The play was broken up briefly, but Lions gets it back. We're back to 5-on-5 as the extra guy comes on, and now there's a shot towards the net, and it's stopped by DeRoccolo, and he'll hold on to it, and that's where we will take our break. 7:26 to go when we return. It's a 3-2 Powassan lead.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
And we welcome you back. I'd like to take this moment to especially thank all of our sponsors. If you enjoy what you hear and you have a business that you'd like to sponsor us with, we are looking for more sponsors, and we could do up some great ads for you as well. We also, if you are not a business and looking to sponsor a team, we do have a Patreon that we, if you like us, you want to throw us a couple bucks a month just to help support out what we do, help us push forward with our vision of bringing great quality coverage of great local hockey teams here in the North Bay and Powassan area. Every little bit goes a long way for us, so it's, we can't say enough thank you to anyone who does help.
And if you can't get enough of us, we've also got a weekly podcast, the Frontline Podcast, where we interview players from the Voodoos, the Battalion, and other area hockey teams, and break down the week that was, take a look at the week ahead, and sometimes get on to some other topics as well.
Just have some good laughs along the way, I think.
So, and that is available right now wherever you get your favorite podcasts, on Apple, Spotify, and more. Back underway, 7:20 to play, 2-2 the score. Puck is behind the Powassan net, coming out of the zone. They get stopped, they center it, and then the Paper Kings player in front of the net could not get a control of the puck. That was Signoretti right there, bouncing off his stick, but he steals it back in front of the net, plays it to the left side. Lacroix back to Signoretti, and they score on the one-timer. Signoretti, with his second goal of the game, has once again tied things up, and it's 3-3 with 6:56 to go in the second period.
So I don't really want to talk about Signoretti anymore. He's been a pain in my butt. But I want to go back to talk about sponsors. We talked about if you're just a person and you want to support us, or if you're a business. If you're a nonprofit and you would like to help, if you'd like us to help you get word out about what your cause is, you can. Right now, I want to talk about Fill the Net. It's actually a Powassan Voodoos thing with the food bank they're doing, where they're giving away baskets that have, I forget what the number, you told me before the game and I've just forgotten the number. There's a lot of value in these baskets that you can win. And it's a cause they're doing to help support the Powassan Food Bank.
And that goes...
It's one of two Valentine's baskets. The draw's on February 11th.
There you go. 6:48 to go. So that's tomorrow. So hurry up and...
tomorrow night's game at 7.
That's
so
right.
If you're listening to this and you're not here, make sure you come out to the game tomorrow so you can get your tickets.
A good crowd here tonight on a very stormy night, but...
that weather doesn't stop butts from getting into seats here.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
There's some real value here, I find.
Yeah, the weather doesn't deter the Powassan Voodoos faithful here.
And Powassan is going back to the
penalty kill here.
Penalty kill, and speaking of the Powassan faithful, you can start to hear a little bit of murmurs coming from the crowd of dissatisfaction with some of the reffing calls.
So this will be power play number 4 of the game for the
Paper Kings.
Paper Kings, and they've scored on 1. And they're looking to take their first lead of the night here. At the line, Walton dishes it off to the right side boards. Now into the corner. Back up high to Walton. Sent to the right side to Lush. Lush in the corner again. Back up high to Walton. Walton takes a shot. That's pad save made. And it's sent to the right side board. Picked up behind the net. Lush brings it back down to the left side, but his shot is blocked. And now Liam Service going the other way. Down the ice. Puts it behind his back. Shot coming in. Save made. And then the rebound denied as well.
Now it's just about Ben Shields with another goal for Ben Sargent.
That's right. Play continues now with 5:50 to play in the period. 3-3 the score as the Paper Kings continue on their power play for another minute. The shot comes in, and Romolo, the captain, gives the Paper Kings their first lead of the night. He absolutely wires one from the point, and it's 4-3 Espanola with 5:44 to play.
Yeah, and you could just see DeRocklo couldn't see that shot in the whole way. It had him beat. He didn't even turn his head. But that was a laser beam right into the top corner, and as a player, you love it when you love seeing that happen. As a goalie, you hate it.
7th goal of the season for Romolo. And for the first time tonight, the Paper Kings have the lead. And what a job by them to just work back from what really was a pretty bad opening 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was all Powassan for a while, and then it was all Espanola. We had a little bit early in this period where it started to become all Powassan for a while again. I thought, this might be it. But Espanola said, no, it's our turn now.
So play underway as the Voodoos look to push it forward into the Espanola zone. They get stopped at the line, and Espanola bring the puck the other way. Turned over in the neutral zone, and it's Kelly sending it down the left wing side. Shot comes in, it's off a stick, over the glass, and out of play. And like you said, even though the Voodoos took the 3-2 lead on that Chase Thompson goal, it wasn't coming off sustained pressure. It was just Chase Thompson finding the puck, getting in on the breakaway, and beating the goaltender one-on-one. And ever since then, again, it's been all Paper Kings.
Yeah. And while they were shorthanded, I wanted to say Liam Service is such a great penalty killer. He reminds me a lot of Tarasevic that we see on the Battalion, where he gets sprung on a lot of chances shorthanded, and then they got scored against, so I didn't have the chance.
It's Service playing it up to McMillan down line. Wilkie's shot wide of the net. Powassan picking up the puck on the far side corner. That's Little, the captain, battling for it there. He plays it back behind the net. Now it's carried back to the far side by McMillan. He sends it to the point, back up ahead to McMillan. Now he carries it across to the right side. He takes a shot that gets deflected high. Picked up off the near side boards by the Paper Kings, and they look to clear it out as Guthrie dumps it down on the backhand. It'll be going the length of the ice, and that means it will be icing called against Espanola. With 4:47 to play, it's a 4-3 Espanola lead.
Yeah, this game has been a good example of back and forth hockey, and I think Powassan's really got to make sure they get one in the next 5 minutes, if not 2, to get that momentum back their way solidly to head into that third period.
Powassan are 9-1 in their last 10. Espanola 6-4. Puck sent down the ice. Sent around to the far side boards. It's picked up by Ricci. He sends it through the neutral zone to the right side to Liatino. He dumps it into the Paper King zone, but it's Espanola. No, they don't clear it. Stopped at the line by O'Brien. He carries it back down the right side. In behind the net, O'Brien carries it to the left wing. Sets it up to Ricci at the line, but his shot gets blocked in front. And Espanola will calmly clear it out with Walton sending it down the ice to Cowell. Cowell got the puck stopped right in front of his own bench because the referee got in the way inadvertently. And the puck just frozen along that side. Now it comes free. And the Voodoos looking to get it out. They turn it over. Guthrie's right there. He tried to play it to the middle, but that got blocked. Now Signoretti finds the puck and sends it back towards the end boards. Picked up by the Voodoos. And it's Liatino who sends it down to O'Brien, who deflects it into the zone. 3:43 to play in the second period. Espanola continue to have a 4-3 lead. It's played behind the Espanola net. Powassan in control. They send it in front. And that shot is into the glove of the Paper Kings netminder Marois. And he holds on to it for a stoppage in play.
Yeah, and we're starting to see more of that chatter between players after the whistle, and we'll see what happens here, but O'Brien is always in the center of that anyway. He likes to keep the other team agitated and right on the edge, and he so far has kept himself out of the box even because he finds himself there a lot too.
Powassan being outshot 15-12 in this period. They lead 30-27 overall, but they're down 4-3 in this game. Signoretti coming down the ice. The shot on net towards Duracolo is stopped. Duracolo kind of bobbled that one after he made the save, but the Voodoos defense bailed him out. Now it's at the line, sent in towards the net. Signoretti's there, centers it, but they can't get the shot off, and the Voodoos will come the other way with it. Liatino up the middle, down at Shields. The shot on net is stopped by the goaltender, Marois. Back behind the net now. Strichaluk centers to Shield. The shot is off the blocker of the goaltender, Marois. And the Paper Kings look to clear. They can. It's stopped in line. Sent back in towards the Espanola zone. Now they clear it again. Out to the neutral zone. It's picked up by McLean. He gives it up to the right side of Strichaluk. Centering pass to Shields. The shot coming in. They score.
That was not Shields. Shields is off the ice now. Ben Sargent has not yet seen Shields score a goal. He's had a few real close tries, but that was Kelly with the goal on that one. Just a beautiful pickup in front of the net and quick release right into the back of the mesh.
Jack Kelly ties the game with his 12th goal of the season. Back and forth we go. It's 4-4.
And that's exactly what they want to be doing. Now they got to keep that pressure going forward for the next 2.5 minutes. And then they go into the locker room proud of that.
Kelly steals it, looking for more. The shot, save made by Marois. And a lot of pushing and shoving going on in front of the net.
And a lot of whistles to try and call those off.
Yeah. 2:24 to play in the second period. 4 for the score. Both teams scoring twice in both the first and second periods.
Yeah, it's, could be up to a 12, 13 goal game before the end of tonight. If the numbers keep going the way they are, we'll end up with 6-6 and head into overtime.
Off the draw, Long fires the puck into the corner. Now played back behind the net. Kelly's trying to hold it there. It's sent back to the far side boards and cleared out of the zone by the Paper Kings, and they send it all the way down, and it will be icing called with 2:08 to go. 4 for the score here in Powassan. This is the third time the game has been tied after, or not including it being 0-0.
Yeah. And that was, I saw an icing there, was Fullerton really skated hard back to make sure that icing happened, to make sure Espanola didn't beat it out and get a little quick chance there.
Puck out to the neutral zone, and it's McMillan who has it for Powassan. Makes a move down the right wing side and is able to get around a player and dumps it in. McMillan from the corner puts it off the side of the net. And now the battle ensues behind the net. Played to the far side boards, and Espanola are able to clear. Chasing it the other way. Espanola put on net. It's deflected away by Duracolo and out of play with 1:40 to go in the second period.
Yeah, and that was a nice move by Duracolo, but it could have very easily gone the other way as it was a shot 3 or 4 inches off the ice and he used his stick to tip it. If that goes the wrong way, that very easily bounces down, and when that puck hits the ice at that kind of speed, you never know which way it's going. I'd like to see him take those with his pad instead of the stick.
Into the neutral zone, the Voodoos off the draw, get it down the ice. Played into the corner. Now to the half boards. Powassan still looking for control of it inside the offensive zone. The puck gets knocked out of that area, down to the point to O'Brien. O'Brien's shot comes in, deflected just wide by Lemke. Now behind the net, Ricci try to play, set up in front, and that one's out. Check that Gazic on that play. It's all the way down into the Powassan end now, and it's Liatino on the puck. His pass out to the neutral zone is blocked, and then deflected into the Paper King zone, and they can't clear. Picked up by Gazic at the line. He comes down the right wing side, plays it to the top to Wilkie. Wilkie's pass across the blue line is picked up on the far side. Shot comes in from Smetham, but is blocked in front of the net and sent down the ice. 35 seconds ago in the second period. 4-4 the score as number 4 Wilkie brings it into the zone. It's dished off to the right side to Strichaluk. He plays it back to Wilkie. Wilkie into the corner, looking to center it. Nobody there. Now Little gets it back, plays it to the right side boards. Back up in the top of the zone for Strichaluk. He plays it to the left side boards with 15 seconds to go. Now it's in the corner. Little and Smetham battling for it. Back behind the net, centered! And that shot is off the pads of the goaltender Marois on what was a really good chance there for Smetham. That one sent down the ice. It will be icing called against Espanola with 1 second remaining on the clock.
Yeah, and I think both teams got away with a couple things that could have been easy calls against them there. There was a couple slashes thrown by Signoretti and a couple other of the Paper Kings. There was a couple trips that happened courtesy of the Voodoos. But they pulled their goalie for that last 1 second to see if they can get a shot and cause some chaos in front of the net there.
Off the draw, it goes nowhere, and that will bring us to an end. The second period ends the exact same way the first period ended, with things all evened up. This time it's 4-4 after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, Powassan had to come back this time, which was, as a Powassan boy, born and bred, I'm happy to see them make that comeback. If you're from the Espanola side of things, you're not was happy with the way that ended.
I think both teams can say, well, we've trailed. That hasn't been good.
Yeah.
We've led. That's been better. But at the end of it, I don't think you're too upset with a chance to win this game going into the last period.
You're going to be pretty happy with the tie, but you want to be going into the third period with the lead, no matter what. And neither of them have tonight.
Well, we'll see who takes the lead in the third period when we come back. For Ben Long, I'm Matthew Seagram. Once again, thanks so much for joining us tonight on the Average Joe's Game Day broadcast right here on the Frontline Broadcast YouTube channel. We've got the third period coming up in just a couple minutes. Stick with us.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
And we welcome you back into the Powassan Sportsplex. Let's go over our players to watch here. We're just a little flashback on how they're doing so far. For the Espanola Paper Kings, we picked Lucas Signoretti, and maybe that was a bad choice to pick him because we've done a lot of watching Lucas Signoretti with some nice plays out there so far tonight. And on the Powassan side, we had Tucker Shields, who just hasn't been able to tuck one into the net there.
Nicely done, my friend. Yeah, Tucker Shields has had a couple of shifts where he has looked absolutely dominant. He does have one assist so far on the night, but you're right, he just hasn't been able to beat the goaltender and keeping his shutout streak going when Ben Sargent is in the house.
Yeah.
So
He's had a few where he's had the puck right on the goal line. Just a pad in the way, just a glove in the way, and just not been able to get it past it. And personally, I think that's Ben Sargent's fault.
We'll blame Ben for sure tonight. But you're right, on the other side, Lucas Signoretti has been absolutely fantastic tonight. 2 goals, 1 assist, and he's really 20 minutes away from trying to steal one out of here against the Powassan Voodoos, because it seems like that line has been out there every second shift. And since the later stages of the first period and throughout most of the second period, when that line is out there, they are in the attacking zone, and that's going to be the line that Peter Goulet and the Powassan Voodoos are going to have to figure out how to match up better against in this third period.
And aside from that shot from the point power play goal, the other 3 goals that Espanola have been a nice play by Signoretti that's moved on to someone else to score, or 2 goals by him himself.
Yeah, exactly. So that also just shows how good scouting and having a good general manager in this league can really propel you forward. I mean, that is a huge pickup by the Espanola Paper Kings to add someone of his caliber that can seriously be a difference maker. And he's up to 29 goals now, and this is his 29th game, and he's now up to 56 points on the season. I mean, that is just impressive point production.
Without him in the lineup, we're looking at, a vastly uneven game here. One player's tipped it that much. So that's just your point about scouting, that if you can convince a player to come to your team, that can make that difference for you. That can do a lot of the work.
And we'll see who puts in the most work in this third period. It's 4-4 as we get underway here in the third. It's the Voodoos looking to bring the puck out. It's Stritchaluk in the neutral zone, bringing it through the middle, dishes it off to left side. Smetham kicks it over, and the shot is stopped. The goaltender has no idea where the puck is, but his defense is able to get the puck out of the zone for him and into the neutral zone.
And that was Shields again with a shot. Puck lays down inside the crease.
And not able to bury it. Sent down the ice towards the Espanola zone. The Paper Kings are able to clear. In the neutral zone, it's Liatino who fires it right back ahead. Now Romalo, who scored the 4th goal of the game, briefly giving the Paper Kings a lead. He dumps it down the ice. It's picked up behind the net, sent out of the zone, and it's Horgan on it. He brings it back to the near side to Romalo, who fires it in. It's a blocker save made by DeRoccolo, and it went off the top glass. Then it hit the stanchion on the lower glass, and it must have hit the netting on the other side because they blow the play down.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules about where it becomes in and out are. But bouncing off the top, I was expecting a whistle as soon as it bounced off the top and went straight up off of it.
Yeah, I think if it's got to be when it hits that flat piece on the top of the glass is technically considered out of play.
Yeah.
Play underway inside the Powassan zone. Voodoos look to move it out. That is Long, who gets it over the blue line, and Espanola fires it right back in. Picked up by Ricci in front of his own net. Sends it to the corner for Fullerton, who gets it down the ice. But then it's turned over. Cowell gets it up ahead. Fullerton breaks up the play going into the Powassan zone. but they get it to the line, and it's kept in the zone by the Paper Kings. In on the attack now, right towards the net, and they fire it wide. 18-20 to go as the puck comes out of the zone here in the third period. It's Walton who gets it up to Cowell. He dumps it in, but it's Fullerton on the puck very quickly, and he's got room down his left wing side. Fullerton, who scored his first goal of the season in that win over the French River Rapids in their last home game here. It's dished to the near side, and now Patrick plays it in behind the net to Service. Service gets knocked down, picked up by the Paper Kings, and they will clear it. Down the right wing side, Peters Davey gets knocked off the puck, off the hit by Little, but then Little couldn't recover it. Now he scoops it along, he gets it down the ice, and it's a breakaway opportunity. The shot scores. Macmillan makes it a 5-4 game as he breaks in on the breakaway, and he breaks this tie.
So we've seen Powassan came out strong really well at the start of the game. Had some weak time in there, but they ended that last period really strong, and they're starting this period strong. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going, or if they have another lull here and give Espanola the chance to come back into it.
Macmillan with his 9th goal of the season, up to 22 points here in his first year with the Powassan Voodoos, and that is a big-time goal. And you know, he's a guy, Peter Goulet and the coaching staff can get him going a little bit more. He can be a difference maker in this team. There's a shot towards Dorocolo, and he makes an outstanding glove save, point blank, against the Paper Kings there. Played in behind the net. In the Paper Kings zone, they clear it down the ice. Is Signoretti who's got it. One-on-one in the zone. His shot goes wide. Romalo picking up the puck at the blue line, looking to play it forward towards the net. He gets pushed off on the hit from Strichaluk, and the puck gets cleared out of the zone. 16:45 to play, and it's a 5-4 lead for the Powassan Voodoos. In the neutral zone, Signoretti has it. Plays it up the middle for Lush. Makes his move in front, and the save is made by the goaltender Dorocolo. Cleared out to the neutral zone, but the Paper Kings take over. And now they come in onside. It looked like Romolo was a step offside as he dragged the puck with him, but they stay onside, and the pressure continues. They put it in front of the net. Now dished off to the near side. Cole to the left side, back in front, reaching deflected, but Guthrie gets it. Save made, rebound chance denied as well. Back to line, another shot comes in. That one goes wide. Horgan with it on the near side. He sends it in towards the net. That one's deflected away into the corner. Picked up back on the near side boards. Guthrie in control for Espanola. He tries to play in front. That play's broken up by Gazic, and Gazic sends it down the ice. Picks it up at the blue line. Comes into the Espanola zone. Gazic down the left wing boards with 15:40 to play in the period. It's knocked off his stick, and Espanola right back down the other way. Down the left wing, the shot comes in high on the glove side. 15.5 to play in the third period. Powassan with a 5-4 lead. It's dumped into the Powassan zone. Picked up on the near side. Kelly has it. He flips it around on the far side. Denoden with it now for the Paper Kings. He fans on his shot and gets kicked out of the zone. Now it's shot right back in. And the Paper Kings touch it, and
I think that's an offside.
they're calling a high stick against the Paper Kings there. 15:07 to play in the third period. 5-4 Powassan lead. So the faceoff will come outside the Powassan zone.
Okay, I was thinking that was penalty high sticking, but he was just puck high sticking.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the refs over there, interesting, talking to the coach while the puck drops and the play is underway again.
I saw that too. They said, we'll pick this back up later, BRB.
Yeah.
Out to the neutral zone. Long dumps it in. On the near side, Thompson driving towards the net. Still with the puck. Plays it up high. Little. Couldn't keep it in on the line. That touched some white ice behind the blue line. And so the Voodoos will have to retreat. And that right there, it's a small play, but it's a significant one if you're Espanola. as that shows that you have really put the pressure on the Voodoos here in the third, even though they have the lead. You're forcing them to make unforced errors.
Yeah.
In the neutral zone, Service tries to dump it in, blocked by Espanola. Coming in, Biederman tries to play it in front. That one's denied. And now it's the other way. Up ahead to Patrick. He takes a shot. That one's saved by Marois and held on to with 14:01 to play in this 5-4 lead for the Voodoos.
Yeah, and despite having 5 goals against, Marois really sort of tightened up his game. He's letting less of those big rebounds out and less chances that way. Unless it's Shields. He seems to be giving him rebounds on everything, but doesn't seem to care about that, and there's no harm, no foul there.
Rocklow's made a couple of big saves in this period as well for the Voodoos. Face-off won by Powassan, but it's played out quickly by Espanola. That's McLean. Plays it up to Strichaluk, and now Smetham in the neutral zone, off his stick, and now corralled by Shields. Shields going down the left wing side. Shields plays it off the glass, in behind the net. Smetham, it's knocked away from his stick, and picked up by the Paper Kings. Out to Peters Davies, down the right wing side. He dumps it in with 13:30 to play in the third. It's around to the far side boards, and the Paper Kings looking to regain possession in the zone. It's knocked away off the boards and picked up by Strichaluk, who will feather that one over to Leotino, and he sends it down the left wing for Smetham. Smetham's trying to get it out past the Paper Kings, but they hold their ground and push it back into the zone. Now it's taken away again, and it's out to the neutral zone. Sent right back in, delayed offside against Espanola, so that allows the Voodoos to hold on to it with 13 minutes to play in the third period. And as the Voodoos break out of their zone, they'll look to add to their 5-4 lead here. It is Gazic coming down the left wing side, into the corner. Gazic up to the line to Ricci. Ricci flips it to the far side boards. Powassan had a chance at getting the puck, but O'Brien overskates it, and the Paper Kings clear. Christopoulos on it, dumping it down into the Powassan zone. Ricci's the first one to it in the Voodoos end, and he plays it up the half boards on the far side with 12:20 to play. It is now controlled by Gazic. Gets it out to the neutral zone, and it's dumped down the ice. Chasing that one is O'Brien for the Voodoos. He gets it behind the net. Now he needs some support. O'Brien carries it to the near side boards. He plays it behind the net. Picked up back there by Kelly. Kelly in the middle, looking for O'Brien. He fans on the shot. Now Little has a chance. His shot is stopped in front. Now Kelly picks it up. Kelly has a goal already in tonight's game. Plays it back to the point. Wilkie's shot coming in. It's a save made by Marois. 11:50 to play in the third. 5-4 Powassan lead.
Yeah, and I think technically on the depth chart, this line that we're seeing out there, the Kelly-Thompson long line, is the third line. But like the Powassan Voodoos, there's so much parity on the team that we see a lot of the offensive power come from these guys.
And that line is responsible for 2 of the 3 goals tonight. Thompson with a goal, as this is icing called against Espanola.
And Kelly with a goal.
Kelly with a goal as well.
And Long, although not a goal tonight, he was just a couple weeks ago on the 3 stars of the week for the league and has had some significant success recently.
There's a shot off the draw from Long, and that one going just wide. Played off the boards and out to the neutral zone. Picked up quickly by Powassan. Down the left wing side for Thompson. To the middle to Kelly. Kelly back in front of the net. They score! Long gets his name added onto the score sheet as they make it a 6-4 lead for Powassan.
And just as we're talking about it, Long says, hold up there, boys. I'm not out of this conversation yet. And we have 11:29 left in the period. Powassan pulls up by 2 to 6-4. Now, we shouldn't get too excited about that, though, because they had a similar lead with a similar amount of time left in the first period, and that period ended even, and Espanola later took a lead, so the game's not over yet.
It's their second 2-goal lead of the night. Both teams have led by at least a goal at one point in the period. None have led by 3, as that one almost went in off the skate, and then off the post. Now the Voodoos back on the defensive end, as the Long, Thompson, Kelly line have all scored in this game. Out to the neutral zone, chasing the puck down the ice. Patrick pushing into the boards, trying to muscle his way to the puck. It gets cleared. Fullerton picks it up in the neutral zone and sends it right back in for the Voodoos. The Paper Kings will clear it out as the Voodoos were changing lines. That one is sent down the ice into the Voodoo zone. It got deflected to avoid the icing, and now Little is battling back there trying to gain possession. It comes to the line. Second shot comes in. It's a blocker save made. The rebound gets sent wide of the net. 10:25 to play in the third period. 6-4 lead for Powassan as they dump it into the Espanola end. It gets cleared quickly and then shot right back in by the Voodoos. Romalo to play it on the far side for the Paper Kings. He sends it around down to the near side. Peters Davies tripped up trying to get the puck out of the zone. He gets it up to second regardless, and it's sent down back into the Voodoos end with 10 minutes to play in the period. The puck comes around on the near side boards. It's Sagan on it. He dumps it into the far side corner. Picked up by the Voodoos, looking to clear it out of the zone, and they do. Long dump out, chasing it Sagan with Smetham on him. Smetham gets control of the puck, trying to get in front of the net. He was held onto quite egregiously there, but there won't be a call. And we've reached the halfway point of the third. It's 6-4 Powassan, and we'll be right back.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news, or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Now, we've just heard our 3 stars that we'll be talking about at the end of the game from Dave's Automotive. Wondering who we're going to be looking at for that. Could be the Thompson-Kelly long line each get a star tonight. It's been a solid game. But one thing that we'll be watching to see, I can't see Signoretti not getting a star with the way he's playing.
I was going to say Signoretti's probably going to get a star, and yeah, you're right. Everyone on that line has at least a goal. Kelly and Thompson have a goal and an assist, and Caden Long has the lone goal as well. So
yeah, now
that line's been good tonight.
One thing that we'll see here, and I'm not a fan of it at all, that Powassan tends to do is if they get up, we start to see more of a trap style play. And the game of hockey has taken great strides to make that not as effective as it was in the 90s.
That's right.
I'm not a fan of that style, especially in such a high-scoring game as this.
Sit
back on a lead, it just usually doesn't work. It backfires.
Signoretti coming in, goes down to one knee and takes a shot, and it just goes wide of the net. 9.5 to play. 6-4 Powassan lead. Down the ice. They drop it back to O'Brien. He plays it back out in front, but it gets deflected wide. Now played in back behind the net. Gazic centers it for Lemke, and his shot just goes wide. Lemke has it on the near side boards. Plays it around the end boards. Picked up on the far side. That's Gazic there. He chips it back around the end boards. Looking for control back there is O'Brien. He takes a spill into the corner, and the puck comes through the neutral zone and sent down the ice. McLean will chase it into the corner for Powassan. He dishes it off behind the net to Lemke. He plays it back into the far side corner with 8:40 to go in the period. He plays it back behind the net. This time it's McLean back there. And McLean will come out in front. Lost the puck. Lush is there for the Paper Kings, but his backhanded shot just goes wide. Boy, as a coach, you hate to see that play if you're the Powassan Voodoos.
Yep.
Out to the neutral zone. The Paper Kings back in control. Romalo lost it now. Going the other way is Long. Long coming in, makes a move. Gets it to Kelly, in all alone. His shot just wide. Rebound chance denied at the far side of the net. Now back out in front. That one's denied. Puck still loose. Goaltender down. He finally smothers it for the stoppage in play. With 8:11 to go, it's 6-4 Powassan, but they were oh so close to making it a 3-goal lead.
Yeah. Now, it was very close to going the other way in that play a couple times as well. So we've not seen Powassan really sitting back the way that they have sometimes. We've seen 2 guys pressuring, 3 guys in deep. on the forecheck. But we've also seen a bit more caution, which is fair. You do want to play with a bit more caution. You don't want to be as reckless when you're up 2 this late in the game.
I was going to say, that's a style that worked in the 90s because you had some Hall of Fame goaltenders like Martin Brodeur that if they played behind the trap, how are you ever going to beat them?
2-line passes, clutch and grab being allowed.
That's
all
right.
of it.
Sent down the ice into the Espanola zone. Now the Voodoos content to just kill time there. It comes up to the top of the line. Ricci shot in, bouncing towards the net, and it's steered away and cleared out of the zone. Ricci chasing it down. Played to the right side boards. Dumped down the ice again by the Voodoos. They deflected just in front of the center ice line to avoid the icing call, and they'll get some fresh legs out there. The Paper Kings dump it down the other way. Shields picks it up for Powassan, turns it over at the line, and the Paper Kings just dump it right back in. They had 2 guys at the line there, and they could have gone in.
Yeah, one of those. Oh.
And now the Voodoos are about to be shorthanded as a Paper Kings player was hauled down and tripped up in front of the net. The extra attacker is out there. It's 6-4 lead for Powassan, but with 6:45 to play, it's a 6-on-5 attack here for the Paper Kings as Signoretti brings it in the zone, plays it in front of the net, bouncing around, and it's finally touched by Little, and the whistle is blown. Interference will be the call. It's going specifically against Smetham. And so the Espanola Paper Kings are being given a chance here to get back in this game. It's 6-4 Powassan.
Yeah, now this is where Powassan wants to make sure that their penalty kill does what it always does. They don't want to lay off that pressure that they usually have, because that's what gives them the power to get it out so quickly and keep it out of their end.
Face-off won by Espanola. Played to the near side to Signoretti. Signoretti takes a shot, and it's just wide. Trying to go on the glove side of the goaltender Girocolo. Espanola, this is their 5th power play chance of the game. Check that, 6th of the game. Down to the point, Lacroix, across to the left side. Back up high to Lacroix. Lacroix walking in towards the left side circle. Now he'll go around in behind the net. Tries to play back out in front. Signoretti's shot. It's stopped by Girocolo. And that is a big save for the Powassan netminder with 6:01 to go in this game.
Yeah, after that shot was taken, I didn't see where the puck went. I saw kind of a mess of movement in front of the net. And I heard a whistle, and I was like, oh, I hope that I don't see that in the net.
They have scored 2 of their 4 goals on the power play tonight. There's a shot from the line. That's stopped. Rebound chance to the right side. Signoretti back across the left side. Lacroix trying to play it in, but it went off his skate and then redirected toward the end boards. That's where it's stuck right now. Everybody trying to get it out of the area. They do. They center it to Signoretti. Stop made. Rebound comes up to the slot. Another stop made. And now it's under the pads of the goaltender Girocolo, and he freezes it once again. 5:38 to go in the third. 1 minute remaining on the Espanola power play. It's a 6-4 Powassan lead.
Yeah, one thing they got to be doing better here is boxing those players out from being right in front of Girocolo there. They're getting too many chances where it's a man alone with Girocolo and a rebound, or a pass through to a guy with no one between him and the net.
Voodoos win the draw this time, and they will clear it down the ice. 50 seconds to go on the power play, and it's Gazic with the puck inside the Paper King zone. He dumps it all the way into the Voodoos end, and now the Voodoos play pitch and catch with it before they will dump it all the way back into the Paper King zone. And now they're putting the pressure on the Paper Kings in their own end. We're down to 30 seconds now on the power play. The Voodoos force another turnover in the neutral zone. Gazic brings it in, and he will dump it in. They've killed off the last 30 seconds by just having good puck movement. The Voodoos have, and now finally the Paper Kings bring it out, and they dump it down the ice. 10 seconds to go on the power play. with 4:45 to go in the period. The Voodoos have the puck behind their own net. McLean gets it up to Gazic. We're back to 5-on-5 as Gazic comes through the zone. Gazic with a dangle! And then he runs out of real estate. But now he centers it. The shot just goes wide of the net. What a move by Gazic. Oh, man, that would have been the highlight of the night. I don't care what else happens in the rest of the NOJHL tonight. In behind the net. That is Stritcheluk centering to Shields, and the target was way off. Picked up on the near side. Leotino centers it again, and that was deflected wide. Now at the near side, Ricci dumps it back in. Playing around the far side boards, and Espanola clear. Under 4 minutes to play now in the third period. Voodoos bring it right back in. Here comes Shields down the right side. Cuts to the middle. The shot just goes wide again. Picked up on the half boards. Stritcheluk in the corner. They try to center it. That one missed. It's knocked down, sent down by the Paper Kings into the Voodoo zone. Picked up behind the net by Little. He clears it out to the middle. Little carrying it now down the ice. Little gets knocked off the puck and gets slammed into the boards in the corner, but he gets back up. He's okay after taking that awkward hit. And it's Little on the puck again with the control in the neutral zone. Comes down the left wing side, drops it to the line to Long. Long sends it just wide of the net. Picked up on the far side by Lush. Lush gets it out through the neutral zone, gets it on the stick of Guthrie. Coming in for the Paper King, centers it to Horgan, and the shot is blocked by Duracolo. Picked up on the far side boards by the Voodoos with 3 minutes to play. It's played around to the near side with check that with Lush in control for the Paper Kings. He plays it off the near side of the net. Picked up there by Little of the Voodoos, and he sends it down the ice. 6-4 score with 2:40 to play in the third period. Powassan ahead. And they turn it over in front of their own net, and Duracolo has to be quick to make the save there.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a step back there a few minutes ago here. That penalty kill, especially the shift by Gazic and Lemke, was just the pinnacle of what you want your penalty kill to be. They had great pressure. They weren't taking unnecessary risks. But when they took the chance, they got the puck, they got down to the other end, held the puck. Instead of just giving it up, they threw it back to the open defense on their own side of the ice, who had then got to play around the puck more, dump it down where they still were to put pressure on them again.
Yeah, the last 45 seconds of the power play was virtually non-existent for the Paper Kings.
Yeah.
Playback underway. Espanola in control. They get a shot on net. Turned aside by Duracolo. Picked up on the near side boards. Now to the middle. The puck gets cleared out of the area by the Voodoos. Shots are 43 apiece. I remember at one point the Voodoos led 17-3 in that category and had a 2-0 lead.
Yep.
Boy, it's been a completely different game since that point.
The shots are even, but the score is still not, and that's called to a hand pass.
A minute 53, and now we've got to keep an eye on the goaltender Marois to see if they'll bring him out a little early, to see if they get the extra attacker out there, as they're down by 2. Face-off is going to be on the near side in the neutral zone. It's picked up by Ricci off the draw. He sends it across to the far side and out to the neutral zone. Service trying to get up to the loose puck. He's taken out of the play at the blue line. And the Paper Kings will get the extra attacker out there as they bring the puck into the attacking zone. Lacroix's shot is stopped. Puck goes to the far side boards. Now in the corner. Powassan have it in the area, but Kelly could not clear it. Now the Paper Kings get it. They try to center it. That's blocked and sent out of the zone and down the ice. 1:15 to play as Ramallo brings it in. Save made off the shot. The rebound to the middle. Powassan steers it aside and sends it out of the zone. Seguin picks it up for the Voodoo of the Paper Kings. They've got about 7 guys on the ice, but the officials don't notice. Now the puck is inside the Espanola zone. Powassan trying to control it. They can't. And Espanola bring it out of the area. all the way down the right wing side. They go offside with 48.5 seconds remaining in the third period. Powassan ahead 6-4.
So with the face-off outside, just watch to see, it looks like the goalie's staying on the bench. That's a bit of a risky call sometimes. You want to have control in the other end, or at least have the face-off be deep in the zone, not in the neutral zone. But I guess with 48 seconds left, you don't got time for that here or there.
It's the face-off is right in front of the Powassan bench. It's won by Espanola and sent in quickly to the Powassan zone. Little picks it up, sends it to the right side for Strichaluk, and now Strichaluk holds it on the boards. 35 seconds to go in this game. Powassan had 6-4. The puck is still in that area. Powassan is not letting that puck move out of that area. Still stuck over there. A couple of guys digging away at it. 25 seconds left. Time is winding down. Espanola getting desperate just to get the puck out of the area. Still on the boards. The Voodoos are not moving it at all. 10 seconds ago. Espanola finally get it free. They send it on net. That one's sent away. 5 seconds ago. It's cleared down the ice. And the Powassan Voodoos are going to win this one 6-4 over Espanola in a comeback effort. They were up by 2. They were down by a goal. They retake the 2-goal lead. And for the second time in 7 days, they still won away from the Paper Kings in the third period. This time on home ice, a 6-4 win over Espanola.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a few big stories in this game. Their 2-0 lead being up 17-3 in shots. They have one less shot than the Paper Kings now at the end of the game, but still have a 2-goal lead. And that's how goaltending stats can be a little misleading at this level, where you see games where DeRoccolo's goals against average is 4, which is not a great number for that category. But when you look at his save percentage of over 900, we're looking a lot better than we'd be seeing at that. And now as players are going off the ice, we're waiting to hear what our 3 stars will be. But before we get to that, let's take one last look at our players to watch. We had Lucas Signoretti be our player to watch for the Paper Kings, and he did really well for himself. Let's hear for our advertisement for players to watch. Or 3 stars, I mean.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
So I apologize for throwing Ben under the bus there by telling him to play the wrong thing, and he scrambled and got what I said to do, and,
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. On that note, if you want to be part of the broadcast team, we're taking applications. No, you guys have done an excellent job tonight. So the 3 stars of the game, Matthew McMillan, who got the 5th goal of the game for the Powassan Voodoos, he takes star number 3. You're right, Lucas Signoretti getting star number 2 of the night with a 3-point night. And then Chase Thompson getting the first star of tonight's game with a goal and an assist.
Yeah.
And he, like we said, he's been on quite the roll here in the last couple of weeks for the Powassan Voodoos.
Yeah, him and Caden Long, sort of the wing combination that we've seen together for a lot of this season, have been just on fire together lately, which is great to see out of what is considered a third line.
And like you said, Dan DeRoccolo in net doing his job, and it got a little worrisome there towards the end of the second period, but the team fought back. They rallied around him, and he was absolutely perfect in that third period.
Yeah, he just, it's one of those times where you see a goal, you just say, nope, this is it. I'm done for the night. No more goals going past me.
That's right. And so we will wrap things up here from the Powassan Sportsplex. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. For Ben Sargent running the production tonight, for Mike Brown on camera, and for Ben Long on color commentary, I'm Matthew Sucrum saying thanks so much for joining us on this Friday evening, and we'll see you again next time for more Powassan Voodoos hockey right here tomorrow night here from the Powassan Sportsplex. Until then, have a great night.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.